Good morning, you strong, resilient people of the Shield Wall Nation. This is your daily report. But before I get to it, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon too, because if you don't, you won't know when these videos are uploaded. As we usually do, we start off with the COVID stats. Global cases are 14,801,905. Global deaths, 611,786. Global recoveries of 8,827,094. U.S. cases, 3,947,004. U.S. deaths of 143,639 and U.S. recoveries of 1,831,299. So a lot of people are like I said on my previous videos, saying that these facts are a little bit skewed. I think they're extremely skewed. I mentioned before. It says there's a recent example of skewed cases in Vermont where previously appeared to be a spike of positive cases has turned out to be a slew of false positives. From antigen tests, which delivers quick results but is inaccurate for non-symptomatic cases. At least 33 out of 63 people received false positives. So that is over 50%. So that's not good. Not good at all. Anti-mask protesters in Indiana say that mask mandates are unconstitutional, while Democrats in Florida are urging their governor to enact mandatory masks for their state. Okay, I'm not sure where it says the mask mandates are unconstitutional. I haven't found it, and to be honest, I haven't really looked at the Constitution where it mentions in something where the government can't make you wear masks. If someone finds it, let me know. No big deal. It says rioting and protests both continue. Violence against seemingly random citizens, as well as federal buildings and agents, are ongoing in Portland, where explosives were launched at federal courthouses, Justice Center, and while the mob attempted to barricade the agents inside. Seattle rioters have been damaging, looting, and starting small fires. They threw rocks, balls, and other items at officers, sending one to the hospital. Smashed windows and graffiti are common. So we can still tell that there is a lot of civil unrest, and most of it's actually due to the local government. So the city mayor and the governor not doing anything about it, and to where that's why they sent federal agents in there to squash the violence going on. And that's one sad thing is about protesting. There will always be some violent people within that causing the riots. And it's just a criminal mind aspect of it all. And that's, it's an opportunistic crime situation. So I'm kind of glad that someone's going in there and taking care of it. But then again, small government, so it's kind of like this teetering point right now. Okay, so a little bit about the stimulus bill going on. It says Congress will return to a partisanship and gridlock as senators and representatives return to D.C. to negotiate the new stimulus and relief bill. President Trump threatened to veto and spending bills that attempt to change the name of the military bases that carry the names of Confederate leaders. He's also pushing for a payroll tax cut in the next stimulus relief bill. So that's basically the National Defense Authorization Act, and the pandemic stimulus bill should at least have a landing or a last landmark legislation passed leading up to the election. That's just pending another emergency. Pandemic benefits kind of are set to expire at the end of this month. So the people that are receiving that $600 extra a week on their unemployment will be losing that. It says a conservative author, Conrad Black, writing The Hill, accused Democrats are pushing for a total takeover, and that Republicans will be reduced to a toothless minority if Democrats win. That's not good. I mean, it's not. We as a nation have a two-party system, and that gives us the flexibility to vote someone else in case that other person is just garbage. And what the Democrats are trying to do is have a total political takeover where you can only vote for them. That's bad. That's worse than what we have. The government we have is not perfect. Has good structure, not great structure, but it's not perfect. And we are going to the opposite of that. We're going to a one-party system. In all factuality, it's going to be a dictatorship. Or we can only vote for them. They're going to ground every bit of their opponents into the ground, and we can only vote them. And then everything that we say don't matter, because now they have the power. We are disarming ourselves as a country, and a lot of people do not see that. And frankly, Democrats don't care, because once you have power, why do you care what everyone else says? A good friend told me, he's like, are you going to be a good king or an evil king? Good king takes care of their people no matter what and fights for their people. An evil king will do anything for themselves by using their people. And it seems like right now, even with the two-party system, Democrats are the evil king. Republicans are not perfect by any means. They're not. But Democratic Party is the evil king. A lot of people don't see that. Just they see Democrats are fighting Trump. I hate Trump, so I'm going to vote Democrat. They're shooting themselves in the foot. They're chopping their foot off and eating it and being told it's a brisket. And they're still going to eat it, even though they saw their foot chopped off, cooked, placed in front of them. They're still going to eat it because they're just so blinded with hatred. That's just the disgusting part of this country right now. The complete and utter hatred for one person. As mentioned earlier, for Portland, destructive riots continue over the weekend in Portland, Oregon, and the country's epicenter for social unrest. On Saturday, anarchists broke into the Portland Police Department Association headquarters and set it on fire. Also, anarchists lit a fire in several adjacent dumpsters, vandalized police vehicles, dismantled barricades, and clashed with police at Justice Park. The Homeland Security Deputy Secretary Ken Cuccinelli warned that a federal response will expand to federal properties across the country to come under anarchist threats. Meanwhile, leftists and some political pundits have accused DHS and the Trump administration of enacting a de facto martial law ahead of the elections. I don't see that as martial law yet. I can see where they're coming from, that it could be. But I see the martial law happening in these cities that are just tearing themselves apart. So, I mean, you kind of done it to yourselves. If you peacefully protest, be one thing. But you're destroying your city. That's another. You kind of brought upon yourselves. So, you're idiots. So this will be a kind of coincide with one another, and you'll kind of see why while I talk about it. It says, in a leaked Instagram video, a live video, the NFAC leader Grandmaster J ordered a full mobilization of the entire NFAC, all quadrants, all states, everywhere, to take place in Louisville, Kentucky. Johnston told members to stand by on on exact location, date, and other details regarding the up-and-coming gathering. He did unwittingly reveal that the NFAC does have some semblance of paramilitary chain of command, ordering commanders to check in with him via the usual channels. He also ordered all affiliates to communicate with him to get involved. Grandmaster J recently announced that Black Riders Liberation Party and Fred Harrington Gun Club chapters became official affiliates of the NFAC. I mean, I can see where he's mobilizing all quadrants, all states, everywhere to take place in Louisville. I'm sorry, that wouldn't happen. I don't think some people in Washington's going to make the drive all the way to Kentucky. I'm just saying. Local areas, yeah, I can see that. But not everyone has the funds to do that. Plus, it's hard to fly with your guns. Especially now with the civil unrest, they might be having stricter ATF checks on that and denying that. So you most likely have to drive. So no one's going to drive 3,000 miles to go to an event that's one day and they go, oh, there goes my whole savings. Let's drive back. I think it's a reach. It's not a practical reach, but who knows? If you don't reach, you won't have anything happen. So might as well reach, right? On the same coin, just the other side, Stone Mountain and Chris Hill, leader of the 3% security force, announced via Facebook that the network of militia groups will do Stone Mountain August 15th without permission, and NFAC can get it if they want. Earlier this month, American Patriots USA, Heritage Not Hate, and Protect the South announced that it will be at Georgia's Stone Mountain on August 5th in response to NFAC's Independence Day demonstration. Like I said before, with the NFAC, calling out another group is stupid. The same goes for Three Percenters, calling them out, saying, this is, if you want it, come get it. Both groups right now are dumb. Sorry to say, you're dumb. I know you're just flexing muscle and trying to be the biggest swinging dick in the neighborhood, but stop. All you're doing is giving the Democrats what they want. I'll make a video about what I'm talking about in better detail, but you're giving exactly what they want. We're just pawns. Whether you like it or not, we're pawns. And they're just moving us around as they see fit. And we are, in fact, not being moved around by them anymore, but we're moving around on ourselves, benefiting them. So there's that. So I'm going to wrap this up. I hope anything on August 15th doesn't come down to anything violent. I hope there's just hugs, handshakes, understanding. That's it. So that's it, Shield Wall Nation. Stay strong, stay resilient, shield wall up.